Perhaps it's smart to try this jacket on and then can see how long it is left over till the sleeves are finished. A warm welcome back to this knitting podcast, Knitting by the Sea. I have named it Knitting by the Seaside, but I think perhaps it's enough to call it Knitting by the Sea. Yes, I don't know. Perhaps you can give me some advice to get the right name of this podcast. But my name in the knitting world is Brit Strikkenerd. In English translation, you can call me Brit Knitting Nerd perhaps. But in my ordinary life, my name is Brit. And I live on a little island called Frøya that is in the middle of Norway. The nearest city is Trondheim. And here I live on a little farm nearby the sea. And then is why I call this knitting podcast Knitting by the Seaside or Knitting by the Sea. It's difficult to choose. What shall I call it? But here I am again with a new episode. And first I have to thank you all for the warm feedback from the last episode and the warm welcome back in this English-speaking podcast world. It warmed my heart very much and get a lot of joy in my life that I get this feedback. And I get motivation to go wider to make English podcast. And as I told you the last time, I want to come a little bit often out, a little bit because then I can practice my English a little more and get better and better, I hope. So I have to say it, and perhaps I say it every time, so you have to excuse my Norwegian English, but I try my best and I hope I get better and better for every episode I make. So here I am again with a new episode. Yes. Yes, I have a little list to remember what I shall talk about. I think in the first of the episode, you often get a little glimpse of my life the last week. I put some knitting in there, perhaps a trip, or the life in the farm. Perhaps it's a little vlog teaser, I will call it. And in the last week, we have this visiting to Trondheim. My vocal group, FAM, we call ourselves, yes. We have to buy us outfits for our jubileumsconcert. Also, we are celebrating 10 years of our vocal group. So we shall have this concert 18th of October here in Frøya. And then we have to have a new outfits. We are, we are ladies and we like to see well out when we stood on the stage to sing. So we have a lot of times in a big shop and we all of us find good clothes and good dresses to wear in this concert. So that's also a happy time. And we have also 4 of our kids living in Trondheim. So Ola was also with me, and the 3 of them are working in Trondheim, and the youngest one has just started as student in Trondheim. And it was good to meet them all again and have a nice chat and cozy time. And Sigurd, my youngest, he had to work a little bit for me because he is the one who is the expert on all of this data, He is the one that learned the old mother to get on YouTube. He has made this web shop and he is helping with Patreon. And now I have to asking a lot of questions what I shall do in different ways. So he used all of hours for me, 3 hours. I think we sat working to the lot of things I have to have these questions about. And he was patient with his old mother. So it was a good time. So now I am, I think I am got in the web shop again, and also on Patreon, have a little control of what is happening there, and yeah, and also this podcast. Yes, so it's good to have kids that is cleverer than you in something. Yes, and is willing to help their old mother. Yes. When I'm talking about Patreon, I know it's some of you viewers that is my Patreon, so I will thank you, a warm thank you for the support to our first. It is the very important support to our farm that we are collecting this Villsau wool. In Norway, you don't get paid for the wool. They're throwing all this wool from our Villsau. The ordinary sheep they're collecting and then get some money for the wool, but not this old Norwegian braids. It's a very tough, I don't know, wool. So the spinning machine have a little difficult to take it in. But we are lucky to have a spinnery like Villsau is a big yarn company in Bergen that spin a little bit of Villsau. But we also is lucky now that is growing a lot of micro spinnery that also take in Villsau. And I collect wool and deliver it to Selby Spinnery and get this beautiful yarn, but it costs a lot to make it, and if it's not were from the patron that support us, it has been very difficult. So thank you, and if you want to be a patron, that you find a link in the down under this YouTube episode. So if you want, and you also is supporting the podcast if you is a patron, and you can buy coffee also. That was a little advertising. It is that it's calling, and as a patron member, you can get you get something. I will say, but you will. Oh, there I go, clamping with the bird. But you get a pattern, all my pattern, you will get as free as a patron. Yes, I not have make so many yet, but I hope to get a lot of more. I have much ideas in my head, and that is you. It's very exciting. Yes. Oh, yes. So find this word. Yes. Before I start talking about knitting, I also have to talk about that in Frøya in this last day we had a beautiful summer in September. It's an Indian summer in September. That is not that it's not very unusual. Is that is called? Yes. But I have bathing, swimming in the sea more than I have done in the whole summer. Not because it not was a warm summer, but I think this is this freedom to go my 20 meters from the house and throw my in the sea and get this happy feeling. I'm not ice spider. I'm not a swimmer all the year, but just now I think it's so good to use this possibility I have to walk these 20 meters and throw me out in the sea. Oh, it's amazing. Yes. And one day I have a lot of little fish swimming around me. I shall write it in the English name, but in the Norwegian name, it calls. I have to see in my little notice book because I never remember it. Oh, what is called? Skal vi se. Yes, here it is. In Norwegian, it's called a tangkutling. And in Swedish, it also have this funny little word called surstrålingssmørbult. And in English, I shall write it up here. It's a little fish, and it don't make a very big fish when it's grow up, but it is the fish there is most of in the world, told my bejolly man husband, Ola. So now you know that. And so goes the day. But now let's talk about knitting. Yes. You see, I have finished my gjort jakka, in Norwegian, quickly made jacket of Nina Grandundsæter that I showed you in the last episode. This jacket should be a gift for my mother that have this wishes to get a warm, cozy, thick jacket and also blue striped. And this is warm, cozy and blue striped. So now I am very excited if my mother will like it, and I travel to my mother today and shall be there the whole weekend. So then we have to see it. It will get happiness for it. Yes. But I will take you to the process when I knitted this. I have a little John chicken exercising. Will it get enough yarn? I have to do something else with the stripes, but I think it's not. I think it will go good. I don't think my mother will see it so good because I have make it same on the both sleeves, so that is very good. So a little OCD, yes, I have it myself and my mother have it, but if I have a little luring, yes, I take a little trick. So it go well, I hope. But here I will show you a little of what I'm talking about when I plan my, see how I can use the leftover yarn. And I also talk about the 3-needle bind-offs. I think this is a very good technique to bind the shoulder in the jacket. So I will show you that. And there I talk in Norwegian, but I try to translate under what I say. Yes, I have go outside and sit here for a while before it starts to rain. It has been a lovely day today with a lot of sun, but now it starts raining very soon. But I have got go outside and I have organized my yarn, the leftover yarn that I have here, because now it's get less to less in this yarn balls for me, and I shall make a lot of more stripes. And it's a very exciting moment if I have enough to this yarn. I know already that some of the color are got finished, it's empty, it's not more, but I think I can fix it with the color that is left over. But it's a very exciting moment if my mother will like it. She like that is in ordering and it's look nice and clearly and not this many color fixed here and there. So I have to be a little have a little control of what I'm doing. I think I should have about 40 rows done here, and I have come to about 30, I think. So I have about 10 again left over to go finish with the end to the arms that I shall use this gray color. It's another color, and that is in the start of the jumper and start of the sweater, I mean, excuse me. But I think it will go well. But I have to do some new idea to get there I want. And I will say it's very exciting if my mother want it. Perhaps it's smart to try this jacket on, and I can see how long it is left over to the sleeves are finished. I think I shall go about here, 10 to 8 centimeter, I think, and the next part will be this wrongboard that I have to fix and see what's the word it's in the English for the wrongboard that I will learn the next time. Yes. So I think I got about 10 centimeter, and I got this 10 centimeter in the end of this jacket. So yes, it's soon be finished, and yes, I think it will be a very good and cozy jacket. Don't you think that? I thought I would show you the 3 needles bind off that I did on this jacket. Normally we sew together shoulder to shoulder, but I think it looks much nicer with 3 needles bind off. When you start, make sure you have the pull stitches facing you and the stockinette stitch inside, like you see here. Take the stitches to the shoulders to 2 needles, like you see, and use the 3rd one to knit with. And you start, knit together the first one on both stitches, knit the next one together, and then you cast off as usually, and then go wider like the same. And then you get the stitches meet together, and I think that is much more beautiful, and to sew it together. Then you see the whole process and the jacket finish when I take this photo and movie on my on the seaside, or what is called again. And it was a little challenge to get this button and the stripe passed together, but I think I get well. And we only use one button because my mother also want to take this jacket on her, and it's easy to get on, and it's not a jacket that you shall wear under this outdoors jacket. This is a jacket home, and it's a cold winter, and it's warm and good, so I hope again she will like it. I have used this brushed alpaca and kos from Sandnes. And when I knitted this jacket, I was thinking, when did this yarn come into my house? Yes, it's a long time ago when the yarn, when I bought this yarn. And what was I thinking about? What plan had I for this yarn? And I'm wondering, have you the same? You go and buy some yarn, have a plan, and when it's in their stash and lay there for many years, and suddenly get something else. My plan was to knit a palette jacket, I remember. And the palette jacket is from Sandnes, and it's a free pattern if you will try to get in the Norwegian pattern life. And it's very similar with this jacket, but it's a longer version, and knitted in 1 thread of brushed alpaca kos, but here in this gjort jakka, it's knitting with 2 threads. Yes. But it never get to be this palette jacket. And I buy the yarn in 2016, 17, I think. And in 2023, I found it and think, oh, I not want to knit a palette jacket. I want a dress. I want a good, long, warm dresses. As I told you last episode, I live in this old house, and when the cold winter storm is around us, then I get a little bit cold in this house, yes. And then it's good to have this warm dress that is called the twiggy dress, and the designer is from Norway and called, I have to see it's the right name, Anna Bryne. She is also known as one of the owner from a yarn fabric shop, I think, shop perhaps called Pickles. But Anna Bryne has a lot of pattern in ravlery and a lot of English pattern. And now you get a little, yes, we can call it a little, oh, I think I see side history. A story in the side here, yes, because I don't know, Anna Bryne has just knitted one of this a little focus pattern just now. It calls Oh My Kaftan, yes. And I wasn't realized that it was Anna that has designed it. And Jana in the Finnish knitting stories has just test knitted this Oh My Kaftan and showed beautiful pictures and movies in her podcast. So go to her that you will see this kaftan that also Anna Bryne have designed as my twiggy dress. And I have shown you some picture on the side here, but here is the original, you see. It's a very long dress. And it's knitted in one thread of bursted alpaca and one thread cows, both of the yarn. So it's a meter, 2 meters, and get this warm blanket feeling, I think, yes, to wear it. So I love it very much, and they keep me very warm in this cold winter stormy day here in Frøya. But that was one project, and you know, when you go buy yarn, you are always afraid to not get enough yarn. So I buy too much, you know, yes, because I have, I think in this palette jacket I talk about, you make you have to have about 600 meters, 600 gram. And I bought 1 kilo, I think. So when I knitted this twiggy dress, it was about 450 yarn. So I have just enough to knit one more, this jacket for gjort jakka. So also have 450 yarns. So now I only have left of those 1 kilo's yarn about 80-90 yarn left in my stash. So what that shall be, that I don't know. But it's a good thing to feel that you have used a lot of your stash and it go to a nice project that make you happy. So I think it's like with all the similar with all of us knitter, that we can have this experience with a similar project that I told you now. Have you? No. I will talk about my Villsausti lua. I talk about a little of this villull, the white sheep wool that we are collecting, and get this yarn. And I'll show you a picture in the last episode, I think. But here you see this original. Here is this thick villull yarn, and I had not so much again left in the store, but a little. And here this we have spinned a lot of this villull. This villull yarn has 200 meter on 100 gram, And this hardhausa villull that we call it has 100 meter and 100 gram. It's like the similarity of Alafossilopi in Istex, and the Lettlopi in Istex is the same meter as this. So you can use the Lettlopi and Alafossi also in the pattern that I have used villull. And as I told you, I have some pattern on ravlery, and that is 2 Christmas hats. One has been translated to English and is called the Christmas hat, the julerosa. And it is a very popular pattern, and I am very satisfied with that pattern. It's a lovely pattern that is from the Christmas song about that rose. It has this rose, this sprungen, yeah. Yes, I shall write the title of this Christmas song here, so you understand what I'm talking about. But now I try to translate the 2 other hats also. And the first I started with is this Villsausti lua. And this is a very easy hat to knit. It goes very fast. I used to see that, I boasted that you can knit this on one evening. And I think perhaps I shall take the time to see how many hours do I have to use to knit this hat. So I use my watch, put the button on, and take the time the whole day when I go to this clock. And here is the time, you see, about 2.5 hours you have to use to knit this hat. And I can talk about a little about this pattern that I make it with a little meaning. You can call it the wild sheep hat perhaps. And our wild sheep is going out in the landscape the all season, also in the winter. It's a very tough sheep, and that was naturally in the history also, and you can also do it now. They also do it now in this day. And here in Frøya it is very little snow, so it's not they get a lot of food, but when it is the coldest winter we give them some extra food with the grass. Yes. But in our Frøya landskap is a very rocky landscape, and I'm wandering in the rocky landscape and the headlands. Yes, it's a lot of headlands also, and that is their favorite food. And because they is wandering around this rocky landscape and headland, they also take very good care of the coast landscape. It's very important that we not grow grow down with other things. And this sheep is a very good cultural landscape saver. Yes. And I try to do that in my pattern. So in this pearl side here, that is the rocky landscape, and this little cable, or even perhaps you can call it a mini braids, that is the path of the Villsau in all this landscape. Yes. So I think it's a little good thing to take in a pattern of this hat. And as I say, this hat goes very quickly to knit, and I am just translated in English, and I hope to get finished with this weekend. So then will you find it on Ravlery. I think you have to go in my page, and I think it's called Villsausti on Ravlery. Perhaps I shall take this English word that you can find it. Yes. And you can knit with, as I say, the Alafossi, and perhaps trolls, blåne from the Hillesvåg, and also snow from drops, I think. But it's a very little bulky yarn, So if you have that in your stash, you will knit this very fast. So that you know, the new pattern in ravlery, it's not a new pattern, but no, I will get it translated to English so that everyone can try it if you want. So that was the Villsausti lua, the wild sheep hat. And then in the start of this episode, I show you some sailboat and a little sailboat pot holder that I have made. And I have not been on a sailboat trip the last week, but I have knitting something sailboat themes. Yes. The first one was this, I have to bring it up, sailboat pot holders. That I get this book I have behind me here. Here is in Norway is standing blått. It's the same as blue. It's all about the blue thing to handmade. You can sew, and you can crochet, and yeah, a lot of things, but also knitting. And they have this beautiful knitting pod holder that I want to have. Especially since it not was this sailboat trip this year. So I have to have some sailboat in my life for get a little happier about that. Yes. And this sailboat pot holders, I knitted with the Mandarin Petite. It's a left yarn I have in my stash, of course. And it was a leftover yarn from one Marius sweater I knit for a couple of years ago, and here I can use it in the pot holders. Yes, good thick pot holders. I don't think it will be in the boat. I think it will be here at home. It will have to be mine, and it happens to be a lot of sailboat in this knitting word just now. You know, I talked about Sophia Tales in the last episode too, and she has just come out with a new pattern, little sailboat. And of course, I have to start on this project. I love this little pattern, and I go to my stash and found a lot of leftover yarn that I think will go perfectly to this little sock. Isn't it sweet? And it is a little, yes, you have to knit. You have to knit more and more and more. You don't want to stop. Because first you have to see what is the boat like. How will the boat go in this pattern? And so you have to knit the waves. And when you knit one waves, you have to knit another waves. And so you don't want to stop. So that I started on, evening, I think. And yes, I have to go to bed, unfortunately. If not, I will knit all the night. And perhaps we'll get finished. But now this little boat socks shall be with me on my trip to my mother. So that will I knit more in. I will knit more in these socks when I am to her. And yes, that was all today. And now I have to pack. And the last thing I have to pack is, of course, knitting. I have to have some knitting project when I is to my mother. And I hope to get a trip to this Rauma ullvare fabric, the Rauma yarn fabric that is only 1 hour driving from my mother. So you can see that in the next episode, how it go, will I come to Rauma yarn fabric, or I have to see what I think about there. Yeah. Oh, sorry. And will my mother like this jacket? Yes, that is that's the exciting thing now. And so long. I hope you have a good knitting day, and Till we see us again, take care and happy knitting.
Må din vei komme deg i møte, vinden alltid være bak din rygg, solens lys leke på ditt kinn, regnet falle vennlig mot din jord, og må Guds gode hånd verne om deg til vi møtes igjen. Må din vei komme deg i møte, vinden alltid være bak din rygg, solens lys leke på ditt kinn, regnet falle vennlig mot din jord, og må Guds gode hånd verne om deg til vi møtes igjen.